To read the full story and discover more hidden pieces of Irish history just like this, visit Love Ireland and join over 64,000 Ireland lovers for free at loveireland.com. In old Ireland, saying goodbye to someone could feel exactly like losing them forever. When a son or daughter boarded a ship for America or Australia, the chances of ever seeing them again were almost none. So the night before they left, the whole community would gather and call it a wake. The American wake had nothing to do with illness or accident. The person at its center was alive, often barely into their 20s. But the grief was completely real, because everyone understood that stepping onto that ship meant an almost certain permanent farewell. Neighbors, cousins, and old friends would fill the family home. Food would appear on the table, a fiddle would come out, and the fire stayed lit through the night. The community did what Irish communities always did with grief. They came together. These gatherings followed no set script, but they had a shape. There would be storytelling, the family's history recounted as if to fix it in the emigrants' memory before they left. Songs of longing and homeland were sung, the only things that weighed nothing in a trunk. There was dancing too, not joyful dancing, but the kind that fills silence when there are no words left. Older relatives pressed rosary beads and handkerchiefs into the emigrants' hands, and when dawn finally came, the singing stopped and people quietly slipped away one by one. The journey from the house to the crossroads was often the hardest part of the whole ritual. The family would walk together, sometimes for miles, in a procession known in some parts of Ireland as the convoy. Mothers sometimes turned back before the final point, unable to watch the cart disappear. There are accounts of young people running back to touch the walls of their home one last time, not for any practical reason, just to feel it once more. The emigrant would keep looking back until the house vanished from sight behind the fields. Many emigrants departed from Cobh in County Cork, a harbour town of coloured houses stacked up behind its cathedral. As ships sailed south past the old head of Kinsale, a lighthouse marked the last visible point of Irish land, and emigrants gave it a moving name, the Teardrop of Ireland. People leaned over the ship's rail and watched that lighthouse light until it finally vanished below the horizon. That was the true end of the wake. Not the firelit kitchen in the village, but the moment when the last flicker of Irish light disappeared from view. The American wake faded as travel became faster and calls replaced letters. But its emotional weight passed into songs, into family stories, and into the way Irish people still feel absence. If you have Irish ancestry, someone in your family's past almost certainly stood in a firelit kitchen while a whole village sang them goodbye. To read the full story and discover more hidden pieces of Irish history just like this, visit Love Ireland and join over 64,000 Ireland lovers for free at loveireland.com.